Let's get right into it. Number 10. The French fry friendship test. Picture this. You've got a fresh box of hot McDonald's fries and your friend approaches. You casually gesture with your fries, offering, "Hey, want some?" When you offer someone food, you're not just being nice. You're unconsciously evaluating their character. There are basically three types of people in this situation. First, the polite picker. They'll carefully select one, maybe two fries, usually the smaller ones. Then, the hesitant hoverer. They'll do that awkward, "oh no thanks" dance, even though you can see their eyes locked on those fries like a heat-seeking missile. And finally, the handful Harry. This person dives in like they're grabbing the last parachute on a crashing plane. How someone responds to shared food is a pretty good indicator of their overall social awareness. It's like a tiny window into someone's soul served with a side of ketchup. The really interesting part is this test happens automatically. We don't even realize we're doing it. Your brain is literally taking notes. Subject grabbed 4 fries at once. Red flag. Potential French fry thief. Do not leave unattended with future snacks. Number 9. The adorable pet reality check. Your friend pulls out their phone, revealing what appears to be a hairless gremlin, and eagerly asks, "Isn't he adorable?" And there you are, staring at what might be the ugliest pet you've ever seen. Maybe it's a hairless cat that looks like it crawled out of an ancient tomb, or a bug-eyed chihuahua that seems to be having an existential crisis. But you say, "Yes, absolutely adorable." This is the ugly pet test, and we all give it to each other without realizing it. It's not about the pet at all. It's about testing if you can handle social fictions. When someone shows you their pet, they're not really asking for your honest opinion. They're asking if you can recognize and respect what that pet means to them. That ugly pet probably cuddles with them when they're sad and greets them excitedly when they come home. That pet is family. So, when you say, "Oh my gosh, so cute," you're not lying. You're participating in something more important than objective beauty. You're showing that you understand emotional attachments matter more than appearances. Baby pictures are the same thing. "Look at my newborn," they say, showing you what looks like an angry potato. "Beautiful," you say, because that's what humans do. Number 8. The distraction device assessment. Someone sets their phone on the table during dinner, and your brain immediately starts running a little social experiment. You're subconsciously checking 3 things. First, whether they put it face up or face down. Face up is basically saying, "I might find something more interesting than you any second now." Face down at least shows they're trying to be polite about their addiction. The second thing you're checking is how close they place it to themselves. The closer it is, the more they're treating it like a security blanket. And the third test is whether they actually touch it during your time together. Every time they reach for that phone, your brain is keeping score. It's like they're playing a game of how many times they can check Instagram before you notice. You always notice. The really messed up part is you're probably doing the exact same thing to them. We've all become so attached to these devices that we don't realize we're sending these silent signals. Next time you're out with someone, try this. Keep your phone in your pocket. Watch how uncomfortable it makes you feel. That discomfort is your brain throwing a tantrum because it can't get its dopamine fix. Number 7. The check arrival choreography. Everyone knows that awkward moment when the bill arrives. Turns out we're all secretly judging each other. The waiter slides that little black folder onto your table, and suddenly everyone's acting like they're in a weird silent movie. There's the quick draw McGraw who snatches the bill before it even touches the table. They're either super generous or just really want to show off. Then there's the slow reacher. They make this theatrical move for their wallet, hoping someone else will jump in faster. But the most interesting one is the statue. This person sits there completely still, like the bill is invisible. No wallet reach, no offer to split, nothing. And it's not just about money. It's a tiny social test. and none of us are even aware we're doing it. The quick draw might actually be testing if others will ever reciprocate. The slow reacher is testing social boundaries, seeing who will step up. And the statue is either entitled or testing how much they can get away with. Number 6, the reschedule response evaluation. You've been looking forward to grabbing coffee with someone when your phone buzzes, they're canceling last minute. Something came up, so sorry. You immediately hit them with, no worries, how about next? Tuesday instead? Their response tells you everything about where you actually stand. If they're genuinely busy, they'll jump at the new date with specific enthusiasm. Yes, Tuesday works perfect, 2 p.m. at that new coffee place. But if they were just trying to get out of seeing you, you'll get the vague response. Oh yeah, maybe. I'll have to check my schedule and get back to you. Spoiler alert, they're never getting back to you. Psychological studies show we're actually pretty good at detecting fake enthusiasm in text messages. We pick up on subtle cues like response time and the number of exclamation points used. It's why someone responding, sounds good, hits different than, that sounds great. Both people usually know exactly what's happening. The canceller knows they're being tested. The person who got canceled on knows they're running a test. But we all pretend this elaborate social dance isn't happening. Number 5, the competitive sympathy detector. We all have that friend who constantly needs to outdo your experiences. You say you're tired because you only got 6 hours of sleep. And they jump in with, oh man, I only got 3 hours and I had to wrestle a bear on my way to work. When you share something personal, especially something negative, you're not just venting. You're unconsciously testing if this person can just listen. But one-uppers fail this test spectacularly. They hear your story as the start of a competition. They absolutely must win. Psychologists call this conversational narcissism, the need to shift the focus back to yourself. One-uppers often think they're being empathetic. In their minds, they're saying, hey, I understand what you're going through because look at what I went through. But that's not how our brains process it. When you're telling someone about your bad day and they immediately hijack the conversation to talk about their worst day, it feels like they're saying, your problems don't matter. It's like showing someone your paper cut and they whip out their chainsaw wound. Sure, their wound is worse, but the point is human connection, not competition. Number 4, the digital payment punctuality test. 3 magic words can instantly reveal someone's true character. Not, I love you. I'm talking about, I'll Venmo you. Think of it like a friendship credit score. The person who Venmos you before they even get home from dinner is your AAA-rated friend. Then there's the, I'll do it tomorrow friend. They're like that student who always needs just one more day for their homework. And we all know that one person who needs 3 reminders and still hits you with the, oh sorry, I forgot. They're basically the junk bonds of friendship. How quickly someone pays you back reveals a lot about how they view the relationship. The faster they pay, the more they value keeping things square between you. It's about respect for your time and mental energy. Having to remind someone to pay you back feels about as comfortable as telling them they have bad breath. Our brains can process the social betrayal of being stiffed in areas linked to physical pain. When your friend forgets to Venmo you for the 3rd time, your brain literally feels it. Number 3, the name drop revelation. How someone introduces you basically reveals their subconscious thoughts about how they truly see you. First, the bare minimum intro, just your name, dropped like a stale piece of bread. This is Steve. You might as well be a piece of furniture. Then the lukewarm intro with your job title. This is Steve. He works in accounting. Congratulations, you've been reduced to your tax filing abilities. Then the enthusiastic personal intro. Oh my gosh, you have to meet Steve. He's the one I was telling you about. You're basically celebrity status in their world. The real gold standard is when they proudly claim you as their friend and add a fun fact. This is my friend Steve. He once convinced an entire wedding party that he was a professional bagpipe player just to win a bet. They're not just introducing you. They're bragging about knowing you. People do this completely unconsciously. They don't wake up thinking, today, I'm going to reveal my true feelings about Steve. It just happens naturally, like a truth serum for relationships. Number 2, the confidential information leak test. Almost everyone does this, yet hardly anyone admits to it. You tell someone something just between us, and then wait to see how long it takes for that info to bounce back to you. This is a subconscious trust experiment we're all running on each other. You share something minor with someone, nothing too juicy or damaging. You tell a coworker you're thinking about dyeing your hair purple, or you confide that you secretly hate pineapple on pizza. Then you wait and watch, like a scientist observing a social experiment in the wild. If that information comes back to you through someone else, you've just measured that person's secret. Half-life. The faster it comes back, the shorter their trustworthiness shelf life. People often do this without even realizing it. We've evolved this built-in system for testing who can keep their mouth shut. Some people even deliberately feed different versions of the same secret to different people. That way, when it comes back, they know exactly who leaked it based on which version is spreading. It's like adding a radioactive tracer to your gossip. Number 1, the final slice standoff. One slice of pizza remains in the box, and everyone at the table stares at it like it's made of gold. Nobody wants to be the one to grab it first. This isn't just about food, it's about power dynamics, social status, and who's willing to sacrifice their wants for the group. First, you've got the fake offerer. This person says, "Oh, does anyone want the last slice?" while already reaching for it. Then there's the martyr. They'll say, "No, you take it," even though they're secretly hoping someone will insist they have it. And then there's the alpha. This person just grabs the slice without asking, usually saying something like, "Well, if no one else wants it." They've basically declared themselves the leader of the dinner table. In many cultures, taking the last piece is seen as slightly taboo. It's why some people will cut that last slice in half, and then in half again, until there's just a crumb left. In Japan, they have a name for this, enryo no katamari, or the restraint piece. It's polite to leave it there, watching it get colder and sadder by the minute. And if someone just grabs it without asking, that's the person who's going to survive the zombie apocalypse. That's all for today. I'll be making similar videos in the future. Subscribe to see them.